Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, June 6, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Minnesota enters this game having split their previous 4-game series at home against the Guardians, winning the first 2 games while dropping the third and fourth games of the series. In their most recent 2-1 loss, Joe Ryan got the start and the loss for the Twins, tossing 6.2 innings, in which he allowed 2 hits that resulted in 2 runs, while striking out 4. From then on it was a bullpen game for the Twins, which held the Guardians scoreless for the remainder of the game. On the offensive end, the Twins totaled 5 hits and 1 run in the game. Michael Taylor had the team's only multi-hit game going 3-3, while Willie Castro was responsible for the team's only run courtesy of his solo bomb in the 8th. Overall it was a tough loss and a close game for the Twins. Taking the Rays to win this game for a couple of reasons. The Rays are one of the hottest teams in baseball at the moment and are very hard to bet against. They have posted a 26-6 record at home this season, while the Twins have posted a 13-15 record on the road. The Rays also have a considerable edge in starting pitching with Zach Eflin towing the rubber against the Twins' Louis Varland. Expect the Rays batters to stay hot and score consistent runs as they get another easy win against the Twins. In terms of trends, the Twins are 0-5 in their past 5 games following an off day, while the Rays have won 6 of their past 10 overall. For these reasons I am confident in taking the Rays the win to this game. Our team pick is Tampa Bay Rays money line. Taking the under in this game for a couple of reasons. This line opened up at 8.5 on most books and has since moved down to 8, indicating sharp action on the under, so get in while you can. The starting pitching matchup is pretty average, but should be more than effective in holding this game under 8 total runs. Both teams also have very good bullpens, which should help to limit the damage in the late innings. Expect both teams to score runs, but not enough for us to consider the over for this game. In terms of trends, the Twins have gone under in their past 5 Tuesday games, as well as in their past 4 game, with totals set at 8 or higher. Meanwhile, the Rays have gone under in their past 4 games, after allowing 2 or less runs, and in their past 6 games, with a total set at 8.5 or lower. For these reasons I am confident in taking the under for this game. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. Kansas City Royals vs Miami Marlins. The Kansas City Royals continue their series with the Marlins on Tuesday night, hoping to turn the team's fortunes around in the midst of what has been a lost season thus far. The Royals are in last place in the AL Central Division and come off a weekend set in which the team lost 2 out of 3 games to the Rockies. The Royals have failed to win each of their last 5 series. On Monday night in Game 1 of this series with the Marlins, Mayers was roughed up for 9 hits and 7 runs and coughed up a 4-0 lead, en route to a 9-6 loss to the Marlins. I'm going to lean toward the Marlins in this Tuesday night matchup. Miami is a much better hitting team at home this season, hitting .267 in front of the home crowd, including 76 extra base hits. Starter Luzardo is also much better in front of the home crowd, despite his rough outing in his last start in Miami. His ERA is nearly a run lower at home, while his K9 rate jumps up by a strikeout per game. He faces a Royals lineup that is hitting just .226 on the road this season and .248 versus left-handed pitching. Greinke is winless on the road this season, and his ERA jumps up by nearly a run and a half away from Kauffman Stadium. Take the Marlins with the money line. The Miami Marlins have slowly climbed into second place in what is a highly competitive NL East division, ahead of the likes of the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Marlins completed a 3-game sweep of the Oakland A's over the weekend heading into this series. On Monday night, the Marlins overcame a 4-0 deficit to defeat the Royals in Game 1 of the series. Batters 6 through 9 in the order went a combined 6 for 17 with 6 runs scored and 5 RBI in the win. Nick Fortes, Joey Wendell and John Berti all had 2 hits. Our total pick is under 8 runs. Detroit Tigers vs Philadelphia Phillies. Detroit has surprised us with a better than expected start to the season, but does it have the gas to make it to the finish line? The Tigers are certainly in a position to earn a playoff spot should Minnesota or Cleveland fall short of expectations. The Tigers average 3.66 runs per game, 28, and hit .227, 28, with a .655 ops, 28. They've hit 46 home runs, 27th, and stolen 34 bases, 21st this season. The Detroit pitching staff sports a 4.37 ERA, 19th, and a 1.24 WHIP, 7th, with 14 quality starts. Even if it's not apparent right now, I'm confident the Phillies are the better team and believe they will show that on Tuesday night at home. Our team pick is Philadelphia online. The Phillies need a series win to get some momentum in the right direction. Now 8 games out of first place in the competitive NL East, they have quite a bit of ground to make up to fight for playoff seeding. Philly scores 4.16 runs per game, 23rd, and hits .255, 11th, with a .729 ops, 15th. It's hit 59 long balls, 21st, and stolen 39 bases, 17th this season. The pitching staff has a 4.61 ERA, 24th, and a 1.33 WHIP, 17th, with 20 quality starts. The under is 4-2 in the last 6 meetings. Take the under. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Washington Nationals. Tommy Henry will make his 10th start of the season to begin the series. Henry was brilliant last time out, sailing through 7 shutout innings against the Rockies, and was awarded the win. The young left-hander struggled a bit early, but has been outstanding recently, allowing 2 or fewer runs in 4 of his last 5 outings, and is sporting a 3.73 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP, accompanied by a 3-1 record in 41 innings on the year. He limited the Nationals to 2 runs in 6 innings last month in a game Arizona won 8-7. The Arizona Diamondbacks remain one of the most surprising teams in baseball and are battling with the Dodgers atop the division. They had won 6 in a row before a loss to the Braves on Saturday and ended up losing the series. The offense has been their top strength, however the pitching is also solid. The D-backs stand at 7-3 in their last 10 road games. The Arizona Diamondbacks continue to prove they are the real deal in the NL. They remain hot, winning 6 of their last 8 games, and are in first in the division ahead of the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks are stellar on the road where they have won 4 of their last 5 clashes. Furthermore, Arizona has a good chance with Tommy Henry on the mound. Henry has been outstanding, posting a stifling 2.87 ERA in his last 6 starts. He limited the Nationals to just 2 runs in 6 innings in an 8-7 win last month. Nat starter Jake Irvin is having trouble after a strong opening few outings, squandering 16 runs in his last 4 outings, spanning only 16.1 innings. I recommend the run line as each of the Nationals' last 4 defeats has been by 2 or more runs. Our team pick is Arizona Diamondbacks minus 1.5 runs. The Nats will have Jake Irvin on the hill. Irvin was shaky in his previous start, squandering 4 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings against the Dodgers, and was charged with a loss. The rookie was stellar in his first 2 outings, but has struggled in his last 4 and has a 5.67 ERA and a 1.63 WHIP to go with a 1-3 record in 27 innings pitched on the season. This is his first career meeting against the Diamondbacks. The Nationals resume a 6-game homestand. They lost 2 of 3 against the rival Phillies this past weekend. The offense has been a bright spot in recent weeks. Washington has scored 23 runs in their last 4 games, but the pitching has been clobbered, allowing 6 or more runs in 5 of their last 6 games. They are 4-6 in their last 10 road bouts. Our total pick is over. Chicago White Sox vs New York Yankees. This season hasn't been pretty for the White Sox, but sweeping the Tigers over the weekend brought them to 5.5 games back of the Twins. A walk-off grand slam gave them their final win before hitting the road. Away contests have been difficult, they're only 10-20, but the big swing could provide momentum. Their offense needs it considering how much Chicago's numbers dip on the road. The Yankees are tough at home, with a 19-13 record, while the White Sox are miserable on the road with a 10-20 mark. Chicago's Lucas Giolito pitches much worse away from his Illinois home, and Chicago's offense doesn't swing as well when they leave guaranteed rate field. Meanwhile, the Yankees swing better at home and have a much more reliable offense in this series. With a lockdown bullpen too, this game is New York's to lose. New York Yankees minus 1.5 runs. Facing the Dodgers over the weekend, the Yankees offense put on a show with extra eyes on them. New York clubbed 8 home runs during the 3-game set, pushing their total to 95, 4th this season. Aaron Judge may have gotten banged up again, and Harrison Bader is back on the Illinois, But Giancarlo Stanton and Josh Donaldson immediately left the yard upon their return to the team. The Yankees' offense could work on OBP, 25th, and batting average, 22nd, but they've climbed to 9th in runs per game this season without those skills. Now that they're back in the Bronx, expect even more balls to end up with fans. In Chicago's last 10 games, the games are averaging 8.7 runs per game, while New York's last 10 games are averaging 8.5 runs per game. Take the over 8 runs. Oakland Athletics vs Pittsburgh Pirates. The A's are the laughingstock of the league. With the losses piling up, is there any reason to believe they can salvage this season? Oakland scores 3.38 runs per game, 30th, and hits .217, 30th, with a .644 ops, 30th. It's hit 57 home runs, 23rd, and stolen 57 bases, 4th. The A's pitching staff sports a 6.70 ERA, 30th, and a 1.62 whip, 30th, with 11 quality starts. Despite an 8-18 record in May, the Pirates are in the thick of the NL Central race. Just a half game behind Milwaukee for first place, is Pittsburgh about to wrestle away the division lead. Pittsburgh averages 4.38 runs per game, 18th, and hits .248, 16th, with a .731 ops, 14th. It's hit 56 long balls, 25th, and stolen 64 bases, 2nd, in 2023. The Pirates' pitching staff has a 3.93 ERA, 10th, and a 1.33 whip, 20th, with 26 quality starts. Keller hasn't been his best in his last 2 starts, but there's no better team to face to get back on track. At home, I feel confident they will score more than enough runs to win and cover the -1.5 run line on Tuesday. Despite an 8-18 record in May, the Pirates are in the thick of the NL Central race. Just a half game behind Milwaukee for first place, is Pittsburgh about to wrestle away the division lead. Pittsburgh averages 4.38 runs per game, 18th, and hits .248, 16th, with a .731 ops, 14th. It's hit 56 long balls, 25th, and stolen 64 bases, 2nd, in 2023. The Pirates' pitching staff has a 3.93 ERA, 10th, and a 1.33 whip, 20th, with 26 quality starts. Our total pick is over. Houston Astros vs Toronto Blue Jays. The Astros played well over the past week, and they've won 3 of their last 4 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Blue Jays, which will give them their 4th win in their last 5 games. Houston is averaging 4.53 runs per game. Their .246 batting average is 16th in the league. Their .318 on base percentage is 20th, while their .396 slugging percentage is 19th. Mauricio Dubon leads Houston with a .294 batting average, while Yordan Alvarez leads the team with 15 home runs and 51 RBI. Houston's pitching is one of the best in the league, with the team giving up 3.54 runs per game. Opponents have a .237 batting average against the Astros, which is 7th in the league. Their 3.22 ERA leads the league, while their 1.21 whip is 3rd. In his last start, Brown gave up 6 hits and 5 runs in 4.2 innings, leading to an 8-2 loss to Minnesota. They will need a better effort from him if they want to win this game. The Blue Jays have won 7 of their last 9 games and 2 of their last 3 home games. They are playing well offensively and scored 12 runs in their last 3 home games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because they've hit the ball well against right-handers, and Brown has struggled on the mound in recent starts, giving up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. He also gave up 9 runs in his last 3 road starts and will have a hard time slowing down the Blue Jays in this game. The Astros have won 3 of their last 4 games. They have also played well offensively, scoring 24 runs in their last 4 games. But they will struggle offensively in this game because Gausman has done a good J0B on the mound for the Blue Jays, giving up only 6 runs in his last 5 starts. He gave up 5 runs in his last 4 home starts, and with Toronto's bullpen playing well at the moment, they will keep Houston's offense in check. Go with Toronto to cover the money line. The Blue Jays also played well over the past week, and they've won 6 of their last 7 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Astros, which will give them their 7th win in their last 8 games. Toronto is averaging 4.67 runs per game. Their .265 batting average is 3rd in the league. Their .333 on base percentage is 4th, while their .422 slugging percentage is 10th. Bo Bichette has been the most consistent batter for the Blue Jays. He leads the team with a .329 batting average, 12 home runs, and 39 RBI. Toronto's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.15 runs per game. Opponents have a .233 batting average against the Blue Jays, which is 4th in the league. Their 3.78 ERA is 7th, while their 1.26 whip is 11th. In his last start, Gausman gave up 5 hits and no runs in 6.2 innings, leading to a 3-1 win over Milwaukee. They will need a similar effort from him if they want to get the win. The under is 3-1-1 in their previous 5 games against one another, so go with under 8.5 runs in this game. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Cincinnati Reds. The Los Angeles Dodgers are tied with the Arizona Diamondbacks for first in the NL West. Los Angeles has shined at home this season, but is just a .500 team when on the road. The Dodgers were looking to beat up on a lesser foe after dropping 2 out of 3 games this weekend at home to the Yankees. This is a good spot for the Dodgers coming off back-to-back losses. Gonsolin has not allowed more than 3 runs in a start this season, and although the La bullpen has struggled, the rest day will benefit them. On the other side, the Dodgers bats should be able to hit Weaver hard, and the Reds bullpen was worked heavy in their 4-game series against Milwaukee. Take the Dodgers on the run line. The Reds went on a 5-game winning streak from May 26 to 31 before beginning their current 4-game skid. The offense has been held to 4 runs or less in 3 of the 4 losses, after scoring at least 5 runs in each victory during the streak. The Reds bats will look to get hot again against Tony Gonsolin and the Dodgers bullpen. Current Reds hitters haven't seen much of Gonsolin, with just a collective 2 for 9, .222 average, against him lifetime. The hits belong to Jonathan Indian, who is 2 for 4 off of Gonsolin lifetime, with a home run and 2 RBI. The Reds are 11th in MLB, averaging 4.7 runs per game at home. However, they will not score a ton of runs, and that with Gonsolin having a great outing, means this series opener will go under. Take the under 10.5 runs.